Buckle up, Fairfield Prep. Today is Monday, April 4th, and we're here live in the Berkman Storage Studios with your lead anchors, Patrick Godino and Gabe Aponte. This is the Monday Preport.
So we're standing on the elephants, sort of in a... we're standing on two, and then there's another one here. It's sort of a triangle formation. And I'm doing the chainsaws, and Mr. Bernier is on the other one, and he starts up the next chainsaw, and he throws it over to me, and he says, catch. And I've never done more than 6 before. So I see the 7th one coming in, and I'm just praying my arm doesn't get cut off. I catch it, but I do fall off the elephant. But I was fine.
You fell off the elephant?
I did fall off the elephant, yes.
Oh, how high up were you?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Preport. We are back. It has been several weeks since the last episode. First, we had technical emergencies, and then some of our crew members were victim of FP Bola, as it was coined by Mr. Sather.
Or the Prep Plague, coined by Petition.
Which sounds like the Prep Play, so we usually avoid it to avoid any sort of ambiguity with that. I don't think I used that word correctly. Anyway, we have a PSA from the nurse who says that there are increasing absences over the past 2 to 3 weeks due to an assortment of illnesses. It's not just specific to prep, and it's not just one illness. So she says that if you're sick, stay home and see a doctor if necessary. And from now on, we should be back with weekly episodes until next week for April break.
Exactly.
So 3rd quarter is completely done. We're finished. We're in 4th quarter now, and we're in the final home stretch of the year.
Now for a sports report. Hockey made it all the way to the state finals for a 2nd year in a row. They came up a little bit short with a 4-2 loss, but congratulations on an outstanding season. The MVP and most improved players will be announced shortly.
And basketball also made it a few rounds into the state playoffs, and they made it all the way to the semifinals, but took a tough 2-point loss to Weaver. The final score was 64-62. So just a devastating loss there, so close. But you guys did great, so a big congratulations to the basketball team as well for all their hard work.
The ski team had an undefeated season, and they took home the hardware, which means trophies, if you didn't know that.
Gabe did not.
I did not. Congratulations on a great season.
There are just so many great seasons this year. The swimming and diving team also did well. Our aquatic athletes claimed their 12th consecutive SEC championships. So, quick note, guys, give the other teams a chance.
Yeah, come on, really?
No, actually, don't do that. That would completely defeat the purpose and all your work. Please don't do that. They finished 3rd in the LL State Championship and finished 6th in the State Open. So great job, swimmers and divers.
And how could we forget wrestling? Well, guess what? We didn't. FP Wrestling had an outstanding performance by junior Kasim Khan, who placed 3rd, and senior Orlando Sanchez, who placed 5th. So awesome job, guys.
In campus ministry news, the class of 2019 freshman retreat was a few weeks ago, and it was another huge success. And not to mention, it featured our very own referee, Gabe. Would you look at that?
Yeah, that was me.
Members of the crew all loved it. We have 2 freshmen who are heavily involved in our program, and they said it was a great experience, as usual. So congrats to Mr. Galtieri and all the hardworking people who made it happen.
The CRS Rice Bowl was collecting during Lent, and 75% of the money collected was funded for the CRS programs throughout the world. 25% of it stayed here in the Diocese of Bridgeport to help fight hunger and poverty. And we collected about $1,500, yeah.
Yeah, so great work to all of our students and some classes collected individually. In other campus ministry news, Kairos 58 returned last Friday from a 3-day retreat. The faculty leaders were Ms. Laguza, Mr. Shea, Mr. Camus, and Mr. D. And I've heard nothing but good things. So, as always, it was a great experience. Although I did hear there was a slight knee injury, but I think everything's okay now.
And apparently the Prep Plague was spread to West Hartford.
That's true, or FP Bola, either one.
The Father-Son Retreat was this past Saturday. It was a few hours here at school in A103, and it was a fun and unique experience for students and their fathers.
In miscellaneous news, the student-faculty basketball game was held, and it was a tough game. It came down to the wire, but at the end there was a heroic tip-in by an unnamed faculty member to secure a victory for the staff. And it was lots of fun, thanks to all the hardworking people who participated and made it happen.
The fashion show was hosted by our very own Ryan Matera and Mr. Miss, had great reviews and was said to be the best in years.
That's true. And now we move on to this week's edition of Today in Prep History with our very own Colin O. Shoe Store. Colin, take it away.
Hi, this is freshman Colin O'Callahan with Today in Prep History. Today in Prep History, we discuss the removal of Fairfield Prep's library, which was deemed superfluous in the school year from 2001 to 2002. Mr. Marshall efficiently took inventory of all the books in the library and then held a contest amongst the students as to who could guess the number correctly. The winner got a free lunch in the cafeteria, which we assumed was cheese pizza. Back to the Monday report.
Thank you, Colin, for that amazing Today in Prep History. And we'd like to start a new segment called the Club of the Week, which will be a weekly segment with our very own freshman Evan Albino.
No. It's Evan Albino. Like it's an Enye.
What's an Enye?
Okay, so in the English alphabet we have the letter N, right? But in the Spanish
It's like
alphabet,
that? It sure sounds like that.
right? Well, either one. But in the
Okay.
Spanish alphabet we have a little thing like this tilde that goes over it, and
What's
that's
a
like an
tilde?
NY sound. So like canyon is like an Enye. So try it again. Club of the Week, Evan Albino.
The Club of the Week will be a weekly segment with our very own freshman Evan L. I don't get it. How do you use an Enye? It doesn't make sense.
It's just, you know what? Just call him Bino. It's fine.
Evan Albino.
Bino.
It will be highlighting the hard work of club leaders around the school, and it's a chance to see all of the dedication and effort that goes into these school organizations. This week features the Political Awareness Club, led by juniors Mark Sheffer and Ryan Dunn.
Well, Political Awareness is a club that meets every Thursday in Mr. Zaboy's room. We do a number of things. One is the Zeitgeist. If you want to talk about Zeitgeist a
Yeah,
little bit.
Zeitgeist is our political magazine here at Fairfield Prep, and it's a great way for students to express their views on politics or just any other current event that's going on in the world right now.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen this poster before, and I didn't know what that was at all. So it's very cool. How often do you publish one?
We try to publish one every quarter.
What kind of topics have you been talking about recently? I'm guessing the debate.
Yeah, elections, the debates that have been going on. We're actually doing a school poll
Oh,
for president, and for the last few elections, I think 2012 was the first time we actually got it wrong, but for the last elections, we've gotten every single candidate right.
In other club news around the school, there's rumors that a badminton club will be starting once the weather gets better.
Badmintons.
Which I assume what they're going to do is they're going to buy an assortment of sort of gloves, and they're going to pick out the worst ones, and they're going to say, yep, those are the badmintons.
I thought it was just a bunch of mittens that decided to be really angry and bad.
No, that would be ridiculous. In other news, we have a conspiracy club that's meeting this Wednesday.
Or are they?
Is it? It's being led by Mr. Corona,
Maybe.
or is it? We also this week had a special guest on our show who we are about to play now. It was junior Bobby Haskins, who's a member of the basketball team, and he's here to talk about the past season. Let's play the clip now. I'm here with Bobby Haskins, who's a junior and also a member of the varsity basketball team, and he's here to talk to us about this past season and sort of his feelings. So let's start with the beginning. How did you feel going into the season?
We were pretty confident going into the beginning of the season. We had a big scrimmage against Sacred Heart and against St. Anthony's from New Jersey. We played great in both of those, so we felt good going forward.
Excellent. So as the season went on and you sort of see those playoffs and they're coming up, what's your mentality to sort of stay focused and driven to make sure you secure those victories that you need?
We treat each game like it's the season. You know, you don't try to overlook anyone. You just focus on the opponent at hand, and so then you can stay focused and not, give up an easy, game.
What role did the unity of the team have, and how did you play as a team together to work toward that common goal?
It was huge this year because Pat Harding, our star center, got hurt, and then Rich Kelly and John Kelly were both sick for a handful of games this year, so we needed a lot of guys from the bench to step up, and they did.
And obviously you guys made it pretty deep into the playoffs, came up a little short, but no complaints there. You guys fought hard, and I think it was like a 2-point game or something like
2-point
that,
game.
right? So
60-62.
yeah, so tough loss, but you gotta know you tried your best. And so, what are your overall thoughts on the season?
We have nothing to be ashamed of. We had a great season this year. We had a lot of fun with it too, which is more important. But it was a really great bonding experience for everybody because having won a state championship 2 seasons ago, everyone had that kind of cloud over our head on like, yeah, we got to repeat. And so, believe it or not, playing with that on our shoulders was pretty difficult.
I can believe it.
Yeah. But, we almost got back. We wish we could have had another shot at Weaver because we think we could have beat them, but, nothing to be ashamed of this year.
All right,
Very
Bobby,
exciting.
Thank you for your
Patrick,
time.
thank you for having me.
All right, back to the episode.
We had some special visitors last week. The Fairfield Prep's Board of Governors.
You know what? I agree. I'm bored of governors. Senators all the way.
That's definitely not what it means, Pat.
Oh, they must be referring to this.
What the heck is this?
Fairfield Prep's Board of Governors. See, you can see right
That-
here
that-
that from
that's
the years
also
of
not-
1991 to present, we have the list of governors of our state. This is what it is, right?
No, this is not it. The Board of Governors was a bunch of nice men in suits that came in and inspected the school to make sure that we are doing well.
Oh, okay. So they're like a branch of executives that come in every so often to check on us.
Exactly.
All right,
It's
now it
definitely not this cork board that you decided to pull out of nowhere.
Then what do you call this?
A cork board that you pulled out of nowhere.
It's boring. Well, in upcoming sports news, take it away, Gabe.
In upcoming sports news, most of the spring sport tryouts are over and some of the seasons are already underway.
It's true.
Baseball season is in full swing and they have their first home game today against Trumbull at Alumni Diamond.
Check that. I'm just getting sort of a beeping noise here. The game has been rescheduled to this Wednesday, and it is still at Alumni Diamond.
And who was on the other one?
That was Father Egan, the commissioner.
What's up with this spinny thingy?
Oh, well, these are motionatically powered, so I need to, the kinetic energy is what keeps the
Average kinetic temperature?
Yes, temperature, average motion
There you go.
energy. Lacrosse has had a few matches already, and they have an upcoming match this Wednesday at New Canaan.
Golf tryouts are this week, and players that wish to be on the team are to report to the course to try out on Wednesday, April 6th, as long as the golf field isn't underwater.
Yes, we've been hearing rumors that the golf field will be underwater, but I'll tell you what's not underwater, and that's crew. Their next regatta is not until next week on Wednesday the 13th, and it will be against BC High and Brooklyn High. So make sure you show up to the crew match to show your support.
The sailing team has a sailing match this Wednesday against Brunswick School, Green Farms Academy, and Stanford at the Pequot Yacht Club.
Yeah, and isn't that fun to say? And tennis, last but not least, has a tennis match. Tennis match?
Tennis game.
Tennis game against Amity today, and Daniel Hand on Thursday. I'm getting the beeping again. Could we bring in the
Alright.
ear receiver?
Is it Egan again?
Nope, it's
It's
not
not.
Egan.
Who is it now?
He doesn't do tennis too. That would be absurd.
Oh.
Yep, that's also been canceled. The Monday tennis meet has been rescheduled, so that's, I don't know when that is, but that was actually just a mysterious voice calling in from a payphone.
In campus ministry news, the sophomore retreat kicks off on April 21st, and it's for the winter athletes who couldn't make the first one. Space is limited, so sign up now. And it's highly recommended because I'll be there, leading it.
By the way, to be
Yes.
clear, it is not only for winter athletes who missed it. It
can
is
be.
an opportunity,
Yes,
exactly. It can be for winter athletes, but anyone is welcome to sign up. The Ecuador trip leaves for Ecuador this Friday before school for a week. They're going to Guayaquil on an immersion trip, and I'm actually going. So I will have plenty of updates when we return in 2 weeks or so.
The Mite Box this week is for the...
I'll help you out with the pronunciation here. Divya Daya Shelter.
This organization collects for churches in the
Bangalore
area in India.
Yeah, that one you did get. Last year, the school contributed close to $1,000, so please be generous with your donations. And we actually had a mysterious donor last year. Well, I don't think mysterious. I think usually anonymous is the word you use. Matched our donation, so that was really helpful for the group in India. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. That's all we have for this week. Check us out on YouTube and follow us on Twitter. Special thanks to Fairfield Prep's Broken Windows Club, which has been shattering records left and right. Thanks for watching, and remember, it's not just news.
It's news.
Have a great week, Fairfield Prep.